Is this going to be able to match up if Banana choose to go for the Darius inside the jungle once again? I think it definitely will be favorable for Banana to opt in for something of similar sorts on the aggression. But we are looking at, I really
like the matchup's a little bit difficult. You don't quite like that matchup, so you have to be a little bit more jungle side focused, which is good for what they have. The Xayah Nami is pretty safe lane overall. Renga's a new addition for QWQ. It's a very different kind of style play, and if they were going to play for the Renga, I would have probably preferred the Galio. It does seem like something that's better enabled going into this one as opposed to the Twisted Fate. Much more macro focused. You can't really just say, hey, come to my lane. You kind of have to set things up first. You need to look out for the waves, have proper wave management and allocation to make it work. Here, I'll just be really quick with it. I think the Counter-Strike is good against Ruthless Predator, but I think Irelia wants to scale up a little bit faster, so staying in lane is probably for the best.
Well, let's find out what happens in this one. I'm a big fan. QWQ have stolen the Lulu. Might just be the best champion in the game. They've got an Ashe, they've got a Twisted Fate, and they have a Cat ready to prowl. Let's throw it over to our casting team, and let's see what happens in game number 3.
A lot of good changes, but let's see, will they still be able to get that win? I'm Yuko, alongside me is Omo in the form of Angler. Which champion will be able to snowball fast?
Minions have spawned.
True. Yeah, and actually, I've been seeing a lot of teams being able to pull off this Irelia jungle. Let's see though if Team Banana will be one of the teams that can do that. Nitrogen is right there, Twisted Fate. But now, we talked about the junglers earlier. They're still nowhere inside, still trying to ramp up on that damage. But for the Dragon Lane side, the usual 2v2 matchups, but Team Banana being able to push their opponents back. Still though, Soul now sitting at a level 2. Let's see, I mean, usually for the early game, you're gonna have the Ahri on Soul that has the advantage. But of course, if you wait for Twisted Fate to ramp up, that is not gonna be good news for you. Orb will be sent out, and it looks like it's usually if you're using a Jax, it's just gonna be very passive into the stream roll-in. But yeah, still a pretty good start for both teams. Okay, so it looks like Nitrogen will not be able to do anything yet, and no one for the side of Team Banana will decide to join his lane. So it's gonna be him against the world. But now looking at the Dragon Lane side, it will be Jai that will support this Ashe. I actually like the fact that
he makes visuals going on.
It's okay, you're
there
back.
There we go, I am
Hello,
back.
Omo.
Hello, I am glad to be back. I'm afraid I missed a little bit too much of the action here. Not too sure what happened right there. The main thing I want to point out is, I don't know if it was caught on stream before I disconnected. Yeah, Vendetta just plays whatever he wants to play. And I think that that's the trend that we like to see from Banana. It's been working. And let's see if it continues working here in Game 3, Yuko.
Let's see. I mean, he's already level 5 right now. So you'd expect
Lulu and the Ashe. Game 1, that's what they ran. The Ashe especially is the big one. This time around, I'm not exactly sure why they gave up the Nami instead. I feel like Nami would still be a superior pick. They shouldn't get baited into thinking Lulu's better just because it won. Hindsight analysis is not your friend here, right? But the main thing from QWQ's drop is I love the TF Renga going up to help out the Renekton. That's something that we need to see keep happening if we want QWQ to take over the game.
True.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have to see if Tommy and Ho Team can snowball. But the problem is, if we get into the real late game stages of this one, Nitrogen and Vendetta, they are two champions, are like the most 1v9 champions in the game, in any game. This honestly, and there's two of them, right? So they can, what, like 2v18? That might be a possibility. I'm not sure why they're outing mid here.
Oh, looks like that is not going to connect. You have the roots connecting onto this army. That is the reason. Right.
Renga, that's going to be first blood. They used a lot of ultimates to make it happen, but they made it happen.
They did. Now, the camera is going to pan down into the Dragon Lane side. Tails as well as Scarlet Petal will be a-okay with the lead that they have. But at the Rip Herald side, though, it looks like Tommy as well as Hotin had first dibs on the Rip Herald. With that, Team Banana, they could try and get Dragon.
Yeah, they are indeed, and this one should be going over to the side of Banana at the cost of a Rift Herald, right? And I'm very vocal about this. Oxman, at little to no cost, you give up one dragon. What does first dragon really do? A little bit of health regen? All right, I think we'll take that any day for like an item advantage.
And maybe even a turret if QWQ lands
yeah,
the Rift
maybe.
Herald in the perfect time. But with that, Grand Lane is pretty much bare. Vision given for QWQ. Tommy hiding quietly at the bushes. Enchanted Crystal Arrow will
man.
connect. They also have Destiny. Can be pop out from Twisted Fate. Does have the Wild Growth as well. A bit of an overuse of Ultimate just for one support, but at the very least, take it.
Bola kind of flew my way, and I don't really know what's
5D.
going on. Yeah, but what's good about that is because he kind of wasted the Troll of the Hunt, it's gonna come off CD around the same time as a Destiny Gate from Twisted Fate. So strike to dodge Twisted Fate's stun cut, dodge Renekton's stun. The only thing he can't dodge out is Empowered Bola, and he very quick blades first item rush from Tommy.
I mean, this is something we don't see every day, but let's see if he'll be able to make it work. Now, you have the switcheroos for the lanes. The diagonal laners are now the ones. It's not gonna stop them in there, but the stuns
Vendetta
actually
back.
made him.
And that fight went on for so Vendetta. Then it was Iron Nitrogen. And ultimately, at the end of the day, they do manage to trade back around. Crystal Arrow seems to have no cooldown.
From Cool Sally, there is no follow-up. Vendetta diving on her turret, but the kills,
Oh, man.
the kill rather, still went over Baron to be up in 5 more seconds. They're still gonna hold their ground though, trying to protect this turret, but still the storm that is QWQ,
enough.
it really is coming. That is the roots connecting as well. Charm will not be enough, or will not be enough. QWQ still gets their hands on that turret.
Yeah, and I do really love the top side from the side of QWQ, right? You have Renekton, as well as Twisted Fate, one of the most potent 3 champion combos in the game. They're consistently gonna dive on top of your backline from out of nowhere. You can't see them, you can't stop them, and they come in unannounced. That's what makes it so potent. QWQ, they kind of failed on the execution of the combo, but what wraps this team up so well, the little bow on top, is the Ashe Lulu combo. Crystal Arrow to start everything off, and the Wild Growth to buff the old Rengar as he jumps in. This means that even though they didn't manage to get the snowball going in the early game, they are finding so many good picks in the mid game.
You know what? I also questioned the Lulu pick for QWQ side, but now looks like it's working pretty well. Just like how that arrow seems to always connect on Team Banana.
Indeed, and the Lulu really has one job right now, right?
Not being able to do anything there. Tails at the back lines. There is a tidal wave, but I don't think Team Banana will try to even start a fight. Aurelia alone in the mid lane. 4 turrets already down in different lanes in favor of QWQ.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, I think the tempo of this game is so good for the side of QWQ that I find it quite hard for them to lose this one. With that said, Banana do have what it takes for a miracle comeback team composition. They have the Irelia ultimate. They have Xayah, who layers maybe like 600 feathers to win a team fight. And it's a great team fighting tool as well. I can see a world where Banana win a team fight around something like Baron. Indeed, it's going to be Twisted Fate big, it's going to be Rengar big, and it's going to be Jax and Irelia small. That's not what you want to see. They need to be the carries here. And they're just getting shut down completely. It's just a very rough situation to be in right now.
QWQ being able to ride that momentum and that lead. And really, they're also playing the objective game. Nami sending out a tidal wave. That is going to be a jump in straight onto the face of QWQ. Vendetta at the back line. But still, that is going to be a jump in for this Rengar. You have Renata being taken down. But Twisted Fate still...
Bananas, I feel like the jinx might have came from you there, Yuko. I claim innocence. It's not my fault QWQ threw that one. But still, that's kind of what we talked about, right? The miracle team fight scenario. They find a big Irelia ultimate. They find a big tidal wave. And your Xayah and Jax can just clean up. Your Soul as well, and his Ari. He's, I think, the highest gold on the side of Banana. And he's doing very well here to just clean house with the rest of his team going front to back.
The arrow does not seem to connect. Did Team Banana just, change the luck for QWQ here? But still, the lead is in favor of the men in blue. Team Banana will try to get a possible pick off here, but they are still maintaining distance. Charms connecting onto one. Candle being sent out again. You have Xayah at the back lines. Does have Feather Storm, but looks like no one will commit.
Yeah, no one will commit to this one. Vendetta forced to flash, not expecting to already have one dragon. We don't want to flip the game right now when we're not in a situation where we're comfortable fighting. Give it up, live to fight another day.
That is true. But now into the scoreboard, it's 2 Dragons to 1, still in the lead of QWQ. And I guess Team Banana, they're waiting for the late game. I mean, you have Asaya. We saw this in Final Adversity. Totally not because I'm from the PH region, but you know, Saya in the late game can be pretty scary with her 600 feathers, right?
Yep, 600 feathers at least you need to win this team fight. It's gonna be a bit hard.
Heal arrow misses yet again, but will the gold card connect? Look like, okay, it did, but it's not enough. Soul, a very slippery 9-tailed fox, still manages to get out of there alive.
And they're gonna start the Baron off. This is gonna be a flip.
Let's see if they can get that seed. The stance from Pereira will connect, but the knockout from Lulu will be the problem there. Blue team being able to get Baron.
Yeah, 2 kills to the side of Banana in the trade for the Baron. I don't think that's a worth it situation for Banana. I think at this point, you need to take what you can get. But still, this Renekton
Wow.
is a raid boss.
That is a raid boss Renekton indeed. I mean, that was 3 champions from Team Banana, but Hotin does not care. He slides in, but still made it out of there A-okay.
Indeed, it is. And I mean, Banana to get out of this, but it's gonna get even harder for them right now. Jax cannot split push in. Irelia picks up the Sterak's and vice versa. Once they get both pieces, they're comfortable to fight. They will take any 5v5 and they will win it. At this point, though, it's still a little bit sketchy. And I want to see Rengar and Twisted Fate flying over to the lane that Renekton is in and just tree-manning this Jax.
Wow, QWQ having the control over into the Drake pit with that Team Banana. Looks like they're just come together in this 4-1 setup, doing their best to defend their base. But now
Lulu's gonna buff him with Ardent Sensor, and he's gonna one-shot it. He's gonna take it down in, I don't know, less than a wave, 2 milli creeps, he's gonna take it down. So you have to be very careful if you want to trade sides of the map here with QWQ. Nitrogen, he's almost at his fourth item, rather. He's almost at his death stance, and I think that that's gonna be a big timing window here for him.
once he gets that last item, Team Banana will have all of their win conditions in check. But the question still remains, will QWQ let that happen? Now, Nitrogen, the Jack that we've been mentioning earlier in this game, still pretty much alone into the Baron lane
He can't
side.
show. That's the thing, he can't show. He's so scared of showing because he doesn't know where Rengar is. He sees where TF is, but anytime TF fogs, he has to hide. Because if he doesn't, there's a Rengar ultimate and a Twisted Fate ultimate on your head. Tails,
Here
oh no,
you
QSS.
go. Okay. Well, then
QSS
use
is fine.
QSS plus not Feather Storm, just so you know,
Yes.
make sure no one will come near him. But that's a lot of resources down
Yes.
for Saya. Tails pretty much vulnerable this time around. Looks like they're only 1k behind from QWQ.
Oh no, and the trolls after trolls after trolls coming from QWQ. Now Banana have tied up the gold, they've got the Elder Dragon, they get the Baron as well. And this is just a heartbreak here for Team QWQ. I know the panel talked about how QWQ, they're students, they're working. This is their part-time gig, right? They're not full-time players. The same is true for Banana. They're students as well, they're working as well, and they're doing so well here today. I'm pleasantly surprised.
Same. But you know what? I don't know why, but I still kind of want to hold on to the fact that maybe QWQ can still make something happen. Jump in from Soul, but apparently the charm did not connect.
Yeah, not quite. I think he does blow the flash from CLJ, so that's something he's gonna be happy with. The less resources Twisted Fate had, the better you.
Oh, no.
Okay, I'm just so confused. Anytime I start talking, an ultimate flies out on my screen.
Maybe that's their cue. Whenever they
that's
hear
true.
you speaking, it's time for Cool to put out the arrow.
That's true, that's true. I get it. I make shit points too. Just cut me off with the spells. I completely understand. Jax goes home in time thanks to the Baron recall.
Game, well, Banana just kept coming in by picking members